Many things in life don't get the credit they deserve for being as awesome as they are. Things like stepping into warm sunlight after being inside a cold room all day, or when that item you ordered arrives on time or earlier than expected, or even when your spell does just enough damage to give you the 3 crown. These are just a few examples of incredibly underrated things. And so today we're going to be looking at the top 10 most underrated emotes in Clash Royale.
Baby's dead.
And Debbie's too.
These are emotes that either don't see much use or are rarely collected but still have something really cool to offer. If this video can get 200 likes, we'll release part 2. And of course, I want to remind everyone that we are having a Clash Royale giveaway. If you can help get this account to 5,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a 25 Clash Royale giveaway. So if you haven't already hit that big red button, go ahead and do so now. And without further ado, let's get straight into the list. Coming in at number 10 is the Radiant Log. The log already has 2 other popular emotes, the Love Log and the Crying Log. And both of these are great at expressing a specific emotion, whether it's sadness or joy. But the Radiant Log is one of those that doesn't have really anything in specific to say other than the name of the card itself. And while it may seem confusing as to where you can use this emote, it still is a fun way to show off the power and the majesty, if you will, of the log itself. In the emote, you can see light shining from behind the log, and of course, it's accompanied with that beautiful choir saying, "Log." And this is one of those that I don't see very often on the battlefield, but is a fun way to just kind of make a match lighthearted, showing off to your opponent that you're a good competitor, and that even though we can duke it out and have a fierce battle, we can still come together and laugh about silly things like how funny the log sounds or how funny it looks that it's glowing in the light here. And so for all those reasons, that's why the Radiant Log takes the number 10 spot on our list. Coming in at number 9 is the Bandit Coin. Now, this one to me is very special in particular because it is one of the few emotes that the Bandit actually has in game. And again, it's one of those that you don't really see that often on the battlefield. It shows the Bandit with her funny little smirk, flipping the coin almost as if to say that you've got a 50% chance of whether or not she's gonna beat you. And actually, this is one of my personal favorites because it's so subtle. You're not seeing any very clear emotions. It's kind of just a fun expression from the Bandit as she flips the coin, and that's it. I can definitely see why many people wouldn't pick this up because it's not a very polarizing emote, but in its own way, it is certainly a unique one. I mean, if you think about it, gold and gems within the game don't show up very often in emotes. They're not represented very much. So to see this here combined with the Bandit is a beautiful pairing, and so for all those reasons, that's why the Bandit coin takes the number 9 spot on our list. Coming in at number 8 is the Royal Hog, and I love this emote. First of all, it's a 60 frames per second emote, which thumbs up to Clash Royale for making something with such high quality. And second, it's actually kind of rare. It's the only emote that the Royal Hog has in game. You get to see the Royal Hog with his little arms folded, and he's just sort of nodding his head and snorting like a little piggy. And also what makes it stand out is just that it sort of has contradicting emotions going on. You see him nodding, yes, but also he's got his arms folded, and you can't see any expression on his face, so you don't really know if the emote is being used for approval or disapproval of an action or of a play of whatever you see on the battlefield. While you do get a chance to see this one on the battlefield a little bit more than others, it's still one of those mostly underrated emotes that, although it is really cool looking and has some fun attributes to it, many people don't pick it up and you won't see it as often as you'd think. So for all those reasons, that's why the Royal Hog takes the number 8 spot on our list. Coming in at number 7 is the Snorkel Skeleton. This one was released during Season 13 called Beach Battle, and it showcases the skeleton fresh from the water clearing his snorkel. And I'm not sure if I totally love this emote, to be honest with you. I think it's one of the more... I would consider this emote to be maybe a little bit boring even. The skeleton is just wearing his snorkel, the water's coming out of the front, and I understand that it's for this kind of beachy, festive season, but I can't really see what exactly the emote is trying to say. Now, do emotes really need to say something at all times? Not necessarily, but for me, when I use an emote, it's to communicate something to my opponent. Imagine using this emote on the battlefield. What exactly is being communicated here? That you're drowning, that I can survive underwater? I don't know. So it's a little bit of a confusing one for me, and I imagine that it's confusing for you guys as well, which would explain why I don't see it that often on the battlefield. To be fair, it is a very unique looking emote, and a festive one for the summer, and a sort of middle of the line, borderline positive one. So for all those reasons, that's why the Skeleton Snorkel takes the number 7 spot on our list. And finally, coming in at number 6 is the E-Golem Raising. This emote was released as a part of Season 4 called Shocktober, and I actually actually remember doing the challenge to get this emote. It was so exciting because the e-golem had just been released. There was all sorts of hype surrounding it. And so the exclusivity of having this actual emote related to the e-golem was very awesome. And in fairness, the emote itself is a unique idea. It shows a small blob of elixir growing to become this powerful e-golem. And so you'd think that would be enough to make it a popular emote. But actually, I don't see this one much at all. Even less so than some of the ones we've already seen on this list. And I think part of the reason why is because you can't really tell what the golem is doing. Is he laughing? Is he smirking? He's just kind of showing up a little bit and then retreating back into his little blob. But if you were actually to use this on the battlefield, it might just be for fun or to show off your love for the e-golem. Its more popular counterpart, the enraged e-golem emote, gets most of the attention and gets the most use instead of this one. But still, the raising e-golem emote has its cool features where you can see the dripping coming off of it and it's just raising up to its fighting position. And so for all those reasons, that's why the e-golem raising takes the number 6 spot on our list. And there you have it. What are some underrated emotes you think belong on the list? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please be sure to leave us a like and hit subscribe for more weekly Supercell content. And we'll see you next week on Bailey's Dad. Bye-bye.